Hello and welcome to another draft. This booster has a Planeswalker and it's 3 colors and it's a commitment, but what a fun start to a draft. Power level alone, it does get there. And the nice part about a 3-color card is you can choose any one of the colors and then pick up another color, and then all you need is fixing. So it's not really a commitment to a 3-color deck. It's a commitment to like any 3 combinations of colors plus a splash. So it is less restrictive than it seems, but it's also just awesome. And we pick up Thalia's Lancers after this. 5 for a 4/4 first strike. It's already pretty good. It doesn't find Planeswalkers, but you know, the fact that it could tutor for a card we pick up, Audric or Thalia or whatever it might be, makes it a little higher pick early than Extricator of Sin, which might be my next pick in this pack. I don't mind Backwoods Survivalists either. Primal Druid is pretty good, Terrarian is okay. All of these with 3 colors in mind. For now, the Lancers. Okay, well here's another rare in sort of the Bant colors. Not as good. This is, if you're a really dedicated Spirit deck already, this could be a nice aggressive card with some upside, but yeah, it's a little early for that. I'm going to take Long Road Home. I found this effect to be powerful. There's a lot of different ways to use it. You could blink a card like Faithbearer Paladin to get a 4/5 lifelink, which is a significant upgrade. Or if you have 2 legendaries, this thing comes in, finds another. What? Okay. Hanwer Battlements. We're just way too many colors if we take that. Newscraft Mob might be a strong pickup. It's a little worrisome that both of these rares are here, black and red, and those are the 2 colors that we're definitely not. Another good red card. A couple good red cards. How committed are we to Tamiyo? Pretty committed. And there's a perfectly good blue card here. I like the Wretched Gryff more than the Scuttler, although they both have a place. Alright. Emrakul's Evangel. Here we go. We get a green rare. It's not legendary, but it is a good one. I like casting this early. I've played it before, but I like casting it early and being able to hold up the sacrifice outlet for a response to removal or a big attack the next turn. Stitchwing is okay. Taking single color cards when you're in 3 colors is a nice thing to do, though. And this card's probably just better. What next? Take Inventory. Black Rare. Desperate Sentry. This Take Inventory is fairly early. We're not really in the colors to take advantage. Like, blue-red decks really want to collect a lot of these. Maybe it's right for us to take Desperate Sentry. I mean, that's the kind of thing that combos well with Wretched Gryff and Emrakul's Evangel. Yeah, even though this is a fairly early take inventory, I don't like counting on getting a ton of those. That would be about the pick where you'd want to start picking them up if you knew you wanted it. Okay, Stitchwing. I mean, a 3/4 flyer for 5 kind of gets undervalued from time to time, and this has upside beyond that. The only reason I hesitate to take it is the double blue commitment. At this point, we're looking like a blue-white flyer deck with a green splash. Could turn into anything. I'll admit, I want to make this Tamiyo work. Last time I did play with Tamiyo, I picked up Tamiyo's Journal and I won the draft. A couple times where I'd sack 3 clues and get the Planeswalker herself. with the journal's ability, and I guess she's holding it. She gets it back somehow. Interesting. Turn aside. Turn aside protects our stuff a little bit. Mind's dilation. If you're a very controlling deck, you could take this, and I'm just going to take it. Look, this is going to be a fun draft. Bloodbriar. I mean, I like doing that. I like trying to make a combination of cards that is a little bit on the unique side, but make it as good as possible. Anyway, back to some normal picks here. Bloodbriar. And if it really just doesn't work out, then I won't worry about it too much. Terrarian. Hey, this would be cool. You get to get Tamiyo art on another card. And when they cast a spell, your Bloodbriar gets a counter if you have Lunar Force. Terrarian's going to do a better job of helping our deck, though. And Field Creeper. This guy helps with Delirium, and we do have a little bit of upside for that. And if you're in 3 colors, this just guarantees that you have a 2-drop you can play. If it wasn't for that, I'd just take Foil Plains, because why not? I'm almost sad there is a playable card in that pack, so I couldn't take that Foil Plains. Not that I would ever put that into a deck online, because it doesn't work that way. I guess blue is open. This card is actively great. And now it's ours. Turn aside, yeah. I don't mind one of these. I could main deck it. Contingency Plan, on the other hand, is just not really playable. I mean, someone might figure out a way. It's guaranteed Delirium most of the time. So if you're willing to spend 2 mana to do that, usually you want cards that have some value and incrementally build towards Delirium. Imprisoned in the Moon. Dragunder, Drownyard Behemoth, all of these are great. Imprisoned in the Moon fits our theme. I'm not really sure who's doing this in the story. Infinite wisdom cannot be contained within a single mind. I guess it's just Emrakul's weirdness going crazy on some kind of human wizard. But yeah, we've got Tamiyo. Let's imprison Emrakul in the Moon. If that happens this draft, that'd be pretty cool. Alright. What next? Grizzled Angler. We're starting to build toward a couple colorless creatures, including Field Creeper. It does work well with that. There's also Mockery, which is not as exciting, and Choking Restraints. And Spectral Reserves. No legendary creatures here. Yeah, I could see going in different directions with this pick. Like, maybe Choking Restraints is just the best thing we can hope to pick up here. Although, cards like this do get worse when Emerge is in the format and sacrificing creatures. It's still fine. But I wonder if white isn't our main color. Maybe we just want Grizzled Angler. We know we're pretty blue. Yeah, I'm going to take Grizzled Angler. It's so strong for what it does. Ingenious Scab is here. We still have most of this pack left. I'm going to go with the Drownyard Behemoth. Maybe the other one wheels. I mean, the first one did. Goodness. I'd be happy with 3 Emerge creatures. And then we can prioritize cards like Primal Druid. I do like Ingenious Scab, but the Behemoth has a lot of upside. A foil Battlements. Well, I hope someone gets the other half of this, and they get a foil Writhing Township. So if you merge a foil and a non-foil, what does the other side look like? Is it dictated by which one you merge? Or will it always be foil if one of the halves was foil? These are the questions that you just won't be able to answer unless you try it. Outrider, Faith Bearer Paladin, It of the Horrid Swarm. I'm going to take Spontaneous Mutation. This really is some solid removal. And, oh, another Ingenious Scab, another Choking Restraints, and Lashweed Lurker, the strongest of all emerge effects, besides maybe the rare blue one. Yeah, I'll take that. Okay, finally, we get one of these. Yeah, okay, so Vexing Scuttler, we might even get another one of these, but I'm going to take Foul Emissary, because once you have 4 of the top end, you really need cards to sacrifice into it, and we only have one good one so far. And Foul Emissary is a nice pickup here. Alright, Fogwalker is actually not an embarrassing launch pad towards these creatures, and it helps protect early. Uh-huh. Another Spontaneous Mutation. Yeah, mainly we're going to be blue-green, it looks like, with a lot of emerge creatures. So one of these did wheel, the Drownyard Behemoth. And we can take... Laboratory Brute is an option, but I'd rather take Spring Sage Ritual for the sideboard. The 4 mana spells, there's a couple good ones in an Eldrazi card, reveal it from your... Yeah, I mean, this might be the deck for this kind of thing, but I'd rather take Fogwalker here. What was I saying? Yeah, there's some 4 mana good creatures in Shadows over Innistrad, just like the 2/4 that makes a clue, and some of the green ones. So instead of taking the zombie Delirium Enabler, we can take a good sideboard card. Alright, Thalia's Lancers looks a lot worse. Long Road Home is still fine. I mean, it works well with it works well with Foul Emissary, Fogwalker, and some other stuff. It of the Horrid Swarm. Huh. And the Vexing Scuttler did wheel. This is nuts. We took all of the emerge creatures and none of the cards that are good to launch into, or launch from. We didn't see many of those. I mean, we took Foul Emissary when we could. What the heck? Look at this art for Skeleton Key before it updates. Alright, little weird, but fine all in all. Seasons Past might be the deck for it. Like if our Spontaneous Mutation gets lost and our 2-drop and Tamiyo, we can get these all back. Really controlling strategy if we go for that, but the payoff's there. Gotta take Fixing. So if you know you're in 3 colors, taking these lands can be a real priority. It's likely you'll have enough playables, so you're really just trying to make the smoothest possible deck you can. And it doesn't matter if the land is your main color or your splash color. Whatever land you take will help you splash. Nothing else there was so great that we needed to have it. 1/3 flyer, maybe we get some clue synergy, we're in the right colors. Yeah, happy to pick that up. Am I happy to pick that up? Yeah, you know, nothing else here. The Spirit, this would be the second best card maybe, but not too shabby. Not too scabby. Okay, in this pick, it's really between Fork in the Road, which will help play our Tamiyo on time and get a land into the graveyard for Seasons Past, and Stitchwing Scab. We don't have the 4 drops we need, but just for consistency, I'm going to take this Fork in the Road. Consistency's sake. Essence Flux. We have a couple good spirits, but the Mangler's going to be better here. It's also a nice way to play this into a bigger emerge creature. We'll have to cut some of the emerge creatures. Probably Vexing Scuttler. Probably one of each of these, just to hedge it. And we can take Silent Observer out of this pack. One of our first 4 drops. Still no way to get clues, but we have all these good clue cards. Watcher in the Web. Dahlia's Lancers. Yeah, sorry, Lancers. We're really not going to have that many white spells in our deck. Just for Tamiyo. So how about this Spider? Is that going to be better than Graph-Mole? I think it will be. Unless this next pick, is this our last chance? Yeah, this is our last chance to get a new card, and it might be a good clue card. The only thing I could really think of is like Tamiyo's Journal or Ongoing Investigation. Those two would be the cards that work really well with the Illuminator or Graph-Mole, which we didn't pick up there. Mind's Dilation, that's got to be a cut. We're not really late game enough for this, or, well, how do we call this? Controlling enough, I guess? Defensive enough? Yeah. This is a very good card to play if you're extremely defensive. Or if you're trying to mill your opponent, kind of. Yeah, it's just not usually right to play it. Won't stop me from trying from time to time, but yeah, not this time. Think about cuts here. Maybe Field Creeper. Now that, well, it still does work with the Grizzled Angler. Dire Swine. Sure, we got to get another 6-drop for this Seasons of the Past. Pour over the pages. We're still pretty heavy on number of cards in deck. Snapper. Huh. Okay, turn aside. Seasons Past. Yeah, we don't need the Vexing Scuttler. The Drownyard Behemoth is just going to be better. These are both good. Clipwings is a nice little sideboard card against random angels and, I don't know, flying zombies and things. Bit of a crazy deck here. I kind of like it. Weird. It gives you your cards now right after you draft instead of after the whole tournament. And I like that. I like that change. But of course it has to announce that you get them, and you saw how helpful that announcement was. It just didn't really tell us anything. It just interrupted our building. Anyways, what to do? Yeah, so a tiny little splash for this Tamiyo. And then we're a blue-green emerge deck with some defensive creatures. I'd say I'm pretty happy with this deck. Maybe a lot of defensive creatures. I could see playing It of the Horde Swarm over Kessig Dire Swine, just as another thing. 7, 8, 9. Can you imagine getting like 9 cards back with Seasons Past? It could happen. It'd be one heck of a game, but it could happen with this deck. The Kessig Direswine is not a bad one to ramp into a behemoth. I mean, this still requires one cut. Maybe we cut the behemoth. No, I love the flash on this. It's so good. I do like it more than It of the Hard Swarm. Prisoned in the Moon. Watcher in the Web might be the weak link. Yeah. I'll cut. So this is 7, so we could do it off a 3-drop at 4 mana. Yeah, I'll cut one of the Drownyard Behemoths. Getting 2 of these stuck in your hand is just kind of a nightmare. So, how does our mana look? How does the mana base look? We can definitely play 1 Plains, and that should be enough with Fork in the Road and Terrarion. And yeah, 9/7. 7 green sources for like our first green on turn 3 sometimes. Then we can cut. That was 9 blue. Yeah, we can cut a blue for a Woodland Stream and call it a deck. See you in round 1.